Hello and welcome in, welcome back. So glad that you are here today. We are doing June's completed pages. Wow, what a month. It's always a big month. It's always a deep dive to try to get as much done as possible. So on my last video, it was the unboxing of Denise Cuddle's last inventory that was coming out of her vault for Fairies in Dreamland, and in that package these little pictures came, and people were like, we can't see them, and I know the glare was on them for the plastic. So VD Plays RBX, here it is, and I will bring them closer. So here's the one. Now you can tell, not a fairy and not a mermaid, but isn't she still just gorgeous and beautiful? I absolutely love the colors. I love the little fish. Hopefully that comes out. Maybe what I'll try to do, let's see if I zoom in, if it focuses better. I think it focuses better when I do that. But look how pretty that fish is. And then I absolutely love the planter. And I love the origami little birds. And then aren't those flowers just so pretty? And then I love all her blankets. I love coloring the blankets. I know I've heard some people say that they've complained about the blankets, and I'm like, really? That's one of my most favorite parts. I mean, yes, it's a little bit more tedious, but I still love doing them. And then look at the lanterns. Aren't they beautiful? And then look at her outfit. Isn't that just so pretty? So anyway, I absolutely love the colors, and that's this one. And then, okay, I'm gonna put that over here. And then this one was Surfer Dude and Dudettes. And there we go. So that's the whole picture. Isn't that just so gorgeous, so pretty? Absolutely love the ocean. I love the palm trees. Every day that I come in, I love looking at this picture. It just brings such joy to me. So we'll go in for a deeper dive. So we'll start at the top, palm trees. Oh, look at that blue sky, nothing but blue. Then the ocean, the waves, aren't they just so beautiful? And then of course, love the bug. Well, I guess it's the bus, bug bus, whatever. And then we've got Surfer Girl, Surfer Dude, other Surfer Girl. I love their flip-flops. They're so cute. And then look at the little puppy. I'll bring this up. Hopefully it doesn't blur out too bad. But aren't they just so cute? And then look, the bikinis. Anyway, I like the little dog bowl. Is that cute? So at any rate, so we're going to go on to completed pages, but yes, so sorry about the glare. I was able to get the plastic off on these. So this month, oh, it was a busy month. I have two piles. I had some successes, and I had some misses, and I had some, well, you know, they're gonna have to go to next month. So Rita Berman's Hidden Ocean Coloring Book. I had picked the color, picked everything out. Wah, wah, wah. I ran out of time. We're gonna find a common theme for June, and I'm gonna let you figure it out. But if not, I'll tell you halfway through. So I really want to do this page. So I am going to put that for next month. I know I think this has been pushed 5 or 6 times. This one I just could not. Whoops, not that one. I just could not get to this one this month. This one I think I may push. It's just a very hard, not a hard page, but just a lot of intricacy. And because I do everything in pencil, it just takes a little bit longer in this book. So this one is going to be kind of like a long, it's not a, it's a whip, but a long one. Then, okay, Tiffany Blue and I, we always do the next page, and here was the next page for the month. Isn't this so cute? Absolutely love and adore. I'm gonna drop us down a little bit. I have really been struggling with markers, and I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to take my time. I'm trying to do the things to up my game, and I was able to do that. I'm gonna bring this, get these down, do this, See if that helps just a little bit. So sorry. But at any rate, I can't say that word. I can't say that phrase anymore. I got to come up with a better phrase. We're moving on. We're back to normal. So this one, I used alcohol markers. I tried to do a blend, and it was so weird because when I did my test blend, it definitely looked a lot better than this. Let's see. I don't know if up higher was better because it seems like you could see things better. I don't know. You have to let me know in the comments. I spent most of my time on the ocean trying to get that down. It was really hard because I wasn't sure how to make it look like they were cresting through the water. I think I did 3 or 4 alcohol markers. Then I took the white panda fly pen and just outlined the black, and then with the panda fly and with my pop. Oh, what's that one? It's the one I always use. It's the one we use. I just did the dots to give it the waves. The boat. Whoo, boy, I had to move fast on this one. Just several colors, just layering and trying to learn how to do all of that. Did the little glitter on her outfit. And then I made him a sailor, or not a sailor, a boat captain. A traditional boat captain, and just had such a good time with this. It was all done with Ohuhu markers, the Pentel Sparkle Pop, Panda Fly. Yeah, that was it. So, all right. So here we have, oops, sorry. So we've got Tiffany Blues, and she used, it looks like she says Crayola brush nib, I think is what that says. Or maybe it's another brush nib. And I love her ocean. I love her little boat. It's so cute because really we're almost on the same colors again. But I mean, how many different colors can you do water? How many different colors can you do the little mountain with, grass and that kind of thing? I absolutely love your picture. Thank you so much for doing this. I really have so much fun doing this book. And next month, we're on to the Puzzles of Love. That's going to be very, very cute. Cannot wait to do that one. So Tiffany, thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate you doing the buddy color with me. So this one is the Siren du Monde from Diane Dufour. And I did as I call it, Mr. and Mrs. Nixie. This is my first time coloring in this book. Not the first time on this paper. But I was struggling a little bit on the paper. These were Woomer, and I was just struggling with the colors. I don't know the Woomer colors as much as I know Prisma, but I still had a fun time with it. I do think I need to come in and maybe darken some things and lighten some things. Wasn't sure what to do with their glasses. I had some ideas, but then I was like, I don't know if that would really work. So I just have to do the glasses. That's all I have to do. Oh, bummer. And his little bands right there. But this was super fun. Again, all Woomer. Let's see, I think it's all Woomer. Yes, everything is Woomer. Super fun, super fast. I mean, this was a fairly quick one. It didn't take me too long. The hardest part was just trying to come up with the color combinations. That was really where I was kind of struggling the most. Alien Worlds. So I started this page and I didn't finish it, but it's because I'm learning. So these are Neocolor 2s, and I'm trying to practice and I'm trying to learn, trying to get better at them. There's a technique that I have learned, and I don't know yet, I'm still practicing. I don't know yet if I've got it down, but thanks to Chrissy, she's been helping me. She's been sending me like little reels, I think is what they're called, reels on Instagram. And so she's kind of helped me, and I've been practicing on this. So it may be a little bit too much color, but I've just, again, been having fun trying to learn those. Boy, there really is a little bit of a skill set. She taught me a really great secret. I don't know if it's a secret, but the way she does it, and it sure has helped out a lot. Circle of Life. I just absolutely love this page. And I had the opportunity to do this as a buddy color with Tiffany Blue. So Tiffany Blue, thank you so much for joining me in on this one. This one is done in woomers, in the flowers, in the leaves, and then in throughout I did the glitter pen from King Art. And then the center is the, the Faber-Castell's Arbor Doors. Am I saying that right? I think I am. I have only 4 of the pencils. I've got this color combination, so it's kind of like this purple, a deeper blue, and a lighter blue, and then a brown. And I picked up a couple of them just because I've always wanted to see how those work. But the water moves on me a lot, and I think it's because I use too much water, which was what I learned doing the Neo Color 2s. But I wanted to really kind of push the water to make it look like they were not true clouds, but clouds in the back. And then I took my Sakura gel, let's see, glitter pens, and put like a little bit of glitter. It's hard to see sometimes, get that glitter action going, but it's kind of inside here and then in on the little hummingbird. And right now, these are the only hummingbirds I can have. As you all know, the birds seem to eat them, so that's a sad part. And then I would like to say thank you for Tiffany. Not only did she participate in the Love You More, she participated in this also. I don't know what she used, but my guess would be that she used her pencils, I think is what she used. And she may have done, on the tips, she may have used her Crayolas. I'm not 100% sure. But what I do know is that I absolutely love the color of your flowers. And we were very much on par. You've done the pink. I did the pink on the same pink. We did blue on the same blue. Isn't that so funny? I love how that is. I did bring in yellow. You brought in your yellow, and then we did the green. I love, 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 love your main hummingbird. I'm glad I did mine blue, but when I went to do the background, I'm like, oh, it probably would have looked better if I had done in a different color. So I absolutely love yours. Thank you so much for buddy coloring with me on it. I really, really, as always, I just appreciate you, and I'm always so grateful that we get to have a fun coloring time together. Okay, and then the next one, pardon me, hold on just a second, I'm gonna cough for a minute. Worms come in, I guess is what they call, and the dust has been just, it's been really something. So this one has been a long-standing kind of a whip. I had done this one a long time ago, I think almost a year ago. And I wanted to kind of finish this page, but I didn't have the color combinations, and I had not saved them. Wasn't sure I could match them up completely. So I thought, you know, go completely opposite. Do this as a morning, afternoon, evening into, or late afternoon into the evening. And I love it. I love how it just kind of moves across through the day. So yellow, as you know, is not my most preferred, but somehow I really, really like this. I believe this one was both Woomer and Prisma. I love Woomer's yellows. I think their yellows just do something for me. I think it's because they pull more of a neutral yellow instead of a warm yellow. And so I think that's why I love this so much. But at any rate, I used the Prismas, and then I went through, again, it's so hard to tell. It's so hard. It's a very gloomy day today. It's hot as get out and go, but it's very gloomy, very muggy, very miserable. So it's hard. I don't know if you can see the little glitters, but I did the sparkle pop all through, kind of like down here for the glitter. So it's nice to have that. And you know what? I'm not big into flowers, but I'm not opposed to flowers. I am really enjoying this book. And I think there's one in here I'm going to work on next month. just because it's been a while since I've been in here and I just want to give it a whirl. I want to give it a try. Grains of Gold. So this one is a little bit of a project. So as I was learning how to use Neocolor 2s, I was practicing in this book. And it was so fun. I only got to these 4 flowers, but I do want to get into the other flowers and finish this page out and really practice more with this. So what I did is, I'm always so nervous about the paper, and I always say, don't worry about it, it's just paper, but I still panic about the paper a little bit. So what I did is I just went out and I got, I'm calling it my F-it book. It's not that kind of F. No, 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 no. This is YouTube. We don't do that. The F-it book is Let's Have Fun book. So I went out and I bought this second copy of Grains of Gold, and this is just my fun book. I'm not going to care. I'm just going to experiment, have fun, learn different skills, learn different techniques. If there's a page that I'm that I'm doing in the other one, but I'm not too sure about it, I'm going to come over here to my little F book and have fun book and give that a whirl and give that a practice. So at any rate, that is what I did there. So you can kind of tell, yeah, I was struggling. Oh, there we go. I was like unfocused this month. I was kind of all over the place. This one is again done in woomers. I wanted to really get into those woomers again and have fun with them. I enjoyed doing this. The only thing that I struggled with is I wasn't sure what is going on here. Like, I'm stuck. I don't know. I see this, but I didn't know what this was. Is she like in a big dress? Is she in a big sweater? Is this the turtleneck that she's got this? I don't know. I have no clue what this is. So if any of you are out there and you know what is this? Because I would really like to know so that I can finish the page. So I'm calling a friend to figure out what is this. I have no idea what's going on here. But I had fun doing this. Like I said, it's all it's all woomers. The mice might be Prisma. I think those are Prisma, but everything else is woomers, and had fun with that. Then I started practicing over here with woomers. Didn't finish the page again. I was skipping all over. I was going from book to book, thought to thought, concept to concept. I could not land on anything this month. My brain was totally just like all over. And it's so weird because, yeah, I'm a little flighty that way, but I usually, once I get going, I can kind of stick and stay. Whew, this month was not a stick and stay kind of month for me. Then I went into fairy tale and folklore. I really spent a lot of time inside both fantasy, the fantasy world by Emily, and this one. So I was in here. I think I showed you last month. Whew, I don't like the color of this green. I'm not liking any of my colors, but it was kind of stuck. This was my first time trying to use the Crayola Super Tips as a base and then coming in and coloring over it. I have to say, I like the way her nightgown or her dress looks. I do like the way her hair looks. I'm okay with the fawn. It's just everything else. Like if I could get rid of all of this and keep this, I would probably be okay with it. I think this just came out way too yellow, way too intense. I don't know if I should go gray over the top to calm it down, but it is what it is. And I really did have fun, and it was good to learn how to do hair using the Crayola Super Tips and then going over the top. And this was a combination of both Prisma and woomers. So it was good. It was fun. This one I wanted to carry over. I'm still practicing with those Crayola Super Tips. There's one thing about the Super Tips that I'm not sure that I like. Is there's no true organizer that you can put them into. And I have wasted a lot of time, why some pages didn't get done this month, because I've been trying to clean up my space and get things organized. And the Crayola Super Tips, boy, I tell you, no wonder as a kid you don't really like art, because the tips on those pens look nothing, nothing like it. And so as a child, I could see where a kid would just be so frustrated. It's like, I want that color, and you get something completely different. But at any rate, I did try this. Oh, I did it again. So sorry. It could be a drinking game sometimes with me. So I had fun just learning again, just trying to get that process down. Didn't finish it. I was like, okay, yeah, all right. And then, get stuck on, okay, what's the combination that's going to be here? These were the Crayola Super Tips, like I said, and then Woomers and Prisma. I think Prisma was for the hair too. The grays are a little bit weird. The grays and browns are a little bit lackey weird for Woomer, at least for what my eye is wanting. And then I was able to at least stay focused long enough to finish this page out. And I am glad to have this one done. Super fun. I didn't have to do too much left. I'm trying to remember what I had to do. I think just the leaves and do the bubbles and then some details in here, finished up her eyes. So it was fun to kind of have that one done and complete. Then this is one that, boy, if you guys didn't know, this was one that I picked up off of, I can't remember where I picked it up now. And this book had pages that had been colored. This was one of the pages. And I think somebody had said that they believe these are the brush tip. Oh my gosh, I've lost what they are. Brush tip by Tombos, I think. Because they don't act like they kind of, well, I've lost my words. So if you haven't seen it, this is what the alcohol marker kind of looks like. It kind of does this. And so that's usually not something that you would see on an alcohol marker. And then that's when somebody had said that they believed it was the Tombow. Oh, I forget what they are now. But at any rate, oh, there we go again. Moving on. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take this page and see if I could save it. So all of the marker work that was here carried over onto the other side. And I thought, well, could I save this page? How could I save this page? And it was kind of like, not necessarily an Andy Warhol picture, because I wasn't going that direction, but where you take those big, bold, kind of crazy colors and you just kind of make it work. And that's what I kind of did. You can see the blue really carried over from the page. It was the blacks and the browns. And so I went over it with blue with the black markers, just to kind of see if I could tone that down a little bit. Then on the flowers, like you can see this flower back here. Well, that's this flower. And then this flower right here is right here. And then we've got the last big bold flower there. So I took those flowers and I kept this one as a flower, this one as a perimeter flower, and then just added that as the butterfly, and then carried that over to the butterfly here. Now this one, I just had to I followed the lines from this other page. And so both girls have kind of that leafy fringy. And then up here for the hair, this was hard because this right here was all of here. And so it was very complicated. And I was trying to do more hair with maybe flowers. I kind of skipped a little beat there. And then I wanted the flowers here to be a little bit brighter or toned down, I'm not sure. So I colored them, and then I took, let's see, the Sakura Jelly Roll, and just kind of dotted those and kind of just took the white and toned all of that down. I took the glitter markers or glitter pens and just did that. And then for her eyes, basically I just did Prisma and did that. There was really nothing I could do too much for her face. It's just more of like a reflection, I was trying to say. But for salvaging a page, it's not that bad. I think it looks pretty good. The only thing that I'm now seeing that I didn't do were her eyelashes. That's a bummer. I should have done those. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what color I should do those, but had fun with that, and it was just fun to be able to do that page. And then this one. This one was a buddy color that I did with Chrissy, and this was a 2-month buddy color. I did not finish, and I feel really bad, but I didn't want to rush it, and this was one that just, you saw it last month with the hair, but I was really, oh, that's so crazy how that does that. I don't know why my camera freaks out when it sees the colors on these pages. But this is kind of my nod or homage to Chrissy Wilcox, because she has been buddy coloring with me forever and ever and ever, and I so appreciate it. And so this is kind of how I envisioned her hair would look. I wanted this page to be something different. I didn't want it to be kind of like my normal where I do everything kind of in those happy, bright, I mean, this is still happy, but you know what I mean, those super bright colors. I wanted something that would reflect what I thought Chrissy is, or at least what she is to me, that she is basically the queen of the abyss, that she is the queen of everything that she does. She does a lot to help me. She does a lot to help all of us in the community. And so next month, I'm going to finish all of this out, and I'm working on a project that will encompass this page even more. And I'm super excited to do that next month. So everything on here is Prisma, except for, I don't know if you can see, but like in the, like the hair kind of looks like the tentacles of the octopus. I did use kind of an antiqued glittery pen. I just don't think you can see it. I feel so bad. I wish you could. Everything, like I said, is all Prisma. It's all done in pencil. It's been taking me a long time because I've been trying to, I've erased a couple of times. I've gone back a couple of times. So this one, I've really struggled with it, but I have had so much fun with it. And I'm really looking forward to finishing the background and the two fishies and then her face. And then this one will be done. So it will have taken me 3 months to finish this, where you'll see for Chrissy, it only took her 2 months. Now hers is absolutely amazing. What was funny is that she had asked me what my favorite color was, and I told her, oh my gosh, probably like, purples and greens. And then she asked, well, what color's your hair? I said gray. And so she was so cute because she did the same thing. We were both kind of on the same track. But isn't that beautiful? The hair, I wish my hair could look that beautiful. If my hair could be that gorgeous, oh my gosh, I would be so thrilled. I'd be so happy. So for hers, I do know that I think she erased a lot of her picture too. You can tell that her skin, she is much further along in her ability to do skin than I am. Though I'm not done, but to be honest, it's not going to look much different than this, just a little darker. But the depth that she was able to come in with her face, with her makeup, her lips are so divine. The eyes are gorgeous. And then I love how for her stripes, the stripes that have like kind of the octopus tentacles, I love that bright, bold color. And then the crown where all of the seaweed and the coral and all of the fishies and all of that. I love how she did all of those because she's got a lot of depth in there, but she has a lot of foreground in there also. I absolutely love how the starfish came out. They look so pretty. And then I do like how on some of those tentacles, how she's put a wave that it looks like it's a glitter pen, I think, of getting that to swoop through and really make it look like there's movement. And then I love your two center fishies. My fishies, my two center fishies are probably going to look similar to that, but just more in the antique part. So as always, Chrissy, I so appreciate you buddy coloring with me. I absolutely love how, again, the tentacles, as I see, some of them are really bold, really glittery, and some of them aren't. And so that really helps them pop out. And then I love the way you did her earrings. I went gold and you went with the blue, and what a knockout that turned out to be. And then, of course, her iris, her eyes are just gorgeous. Absolutely just beautiful beyond everything. So with that, Chrissy is my queen when it comes to coloring, and that was why I wanted her to be the queen of the sea. I appreciate every single one of you. This has been so much fun this month, and as you can tell, a little bit sidetracked, but some of these books, they were a little bit tougher this month for me, but it was a lot of fun. I am looking forward to next month. It might be a little bit more of a mellowed down month, is what I can say, just because it's summertime and I want to really finish up my space. I am almost done getting it back under control, and it's so fun to see all of the supplies that I have. Some supplies I forgot I had. I was like, hey, how does that happen? Well, it happens because you're not paying attention. And when things are packed away, what are you supposed to do? You just have to wait for everything to be unpacked. So June is history. We're on to July. And as always, I am wishing you guys the sharpest of pencils, the juiciest of markers. And remember, it's just paper. There's plenty of it out there. Go out there, find yourself some, and enjoy your coloring time.